Good morning, students. May I have your attention, please, for this morning's announcements?
See your shirt is untucked.
Detention.
Homework is due every single day. That's why it's homework.
I will be calling your
Hey,
parents.
what's going on here? No running in school. I'm going to tell your coach about
I
this.
said that's enough, both of you. Out in the hall.
Welcome to episode 8 of Out in the Hall. I am Ryno, and that is the Willy Mammoth, and we are back.
Yeah, we are back in Florida.
We're back in Florida. We've been back in Florida.
Well, just, you know.
But we're back.
Yeah.
And the school,
Feels good.
We're in the routine.
Oh, it is hot.
Let me tell you something. It's hot.
It's so hot.
I don't know if I believe what my truck says.
Right.
It's black. I don't know if that makes it like hotter. You know what I mean? Like
I got it. If you had a white truck, would it say that it was 10 degrees cooler?
I don't know because I don't have one. And I'm not talking it's been sitting in the parking lot. I'm talking driving down the interstate. I'm getting like 103, 104.
I was sitting outside last night. I don't get many notifications on my phone. I don't like notifications. I don't get notifications. If I want to check something, I pick up my phone, I open it up, and I intentionally go to the app.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I don't even get email notifications for work. I mean, I get a little bar at the top, but it's not like a pop-up, right? One thing I do have notifications turned on, especially this time of year, for because I might just ignore it, is AccuWeather. Because, you know, if there's a tropical disturbance brewing, like I might not turn on the news for a week. I won't know.
I wrote a joke about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's good enough. I don't watch the news. I just don't have time for it.
Right.
So I just set my Google alert to meteorite, and that's really all I'm worried about.
What about asteroid?
Asteroid, meteorite. Like if I get the Google alert for that, then I know I probably should check the news. Other than that, you can't keep
But
up.
what are you going to be able to do if there's an asteroid or a meteorite?
Just know about it. I don't know.
Is that a good idea? I don't think so.
Bring the lawn furniture in? I don't know.
It's like
Put the hose away.
I'm watching this thing on Netflix. It's like called the Jesus Revolution,
Yeah.
right? Okay, it's about basically the start of evangelicalism in this country and kind of born out of the hippie movement, right?
Okay.
And there was all these hippies that did all this acid and all this stuff, like looking for God, and eventually just came to the conclusion that, you know, that God was what they were looking for and whatever that meant to them. But it was, you know, the introduction of like an acoustic guitar to like your church service, right?
Yeah,
or whatever.
okay,
And
yeah,
there was
'cause-
a big like resistance in the Protestant church to that or whatever. Now it's like every single church has that, right?
Some have cattle troughs as baptismals.
Or old peepaw.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
old
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
We do this thing. You'll never hear it because it's like pre-production. Matt is our production director. And I mean, this guy, as you can tell,
Y'all should stick around for the credits.
I mean,
Yeah.
this guy
Thank you.
is something. But we do this thing and do it, Matt. Do what we do.
What do we
The tap. That lets our production team in LA at Spotify know, all right, we're done screwing around. Now we're starting. And Matt asked why we do that. And I said, well, I don't know, but the only other podcasts that I've ever been on,
Right.
they did it.
I was curious which ones those are.
I was on a Good Company podcast.
Oh, yeah. Your boy Keith.
Well, Keith wasn't hosting it. Jake was hosting it.
Okay.
And we talked about, you know, old stories. And then I was on, this was really fun. I was on one called Outdoor, some kind of, probably should get that right.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an outdoor podcast. And I was asked to come on and talk about working with dogs. And I actually brought Chappell in with me, and it was really fun. Like it was really, we got emotional. It was fun. You don't like that? It's not a good story?
No, it's a good story.
I don't know I'm a world-class dog handler.
You're not.
I just have world-class dogs.
I've seen you work your dogs, you know,
World-class. I mean,
in a dove hunt, you know.
and they're just world-class.
Well,
She,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm over there like an idiot.
Yeah, no, well, it's okay. You're into pronouns.
Right.
Yeah.
They. Yes.
It's she, but also she goes by they.
In this situation, yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, first, I want to share this. All right. We're 8 episodes in. Okay.
We're doing it.
We are doing it.
We are. I think to most people that I've at least told to listen to, I think that is 100% a surprise that we've made it this far.
Without question.
If they know me.
Like, y'all are still doing that?
Yeah, because, you know, you send the email to them and you're like, yeah, I'll follow up with you tomorrow. Let's get together tomorrow on this. And then it's like 6 months later, you're scanning back through your emails from that person. You're like, oh, well,
I didn't follow up.
I didn't.
So we're in it. And I guess this is, I don't guess, this is a thank you from both of us because we had our production meeting earlier this week with the folks at Spotify. And we were going over like the demographics of our listeners, which to be honest with you, Matt and I don't know how to get that information because I don't want to obsess over it because I would. Well, my point in all this is we have listeners as far as Seattle. Did you know that?
Yeah, and Dublin.
Dublin.
Yeah, they speak English in Ireland.
Well, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's cool. I also
Wait, just aside. I want you to keep that thought. Do you think that Irish people have the same difficulty understanding us as we do understanding them?
I have never thought of that.
Okay. If I was going to go an English-speaking country that has the thickest accent with the most unique words.
I believe it's called a brogue, isn't it?
Maybe. My next door neighbor is Scottish, and yeah, he has an accent. You can definitely tell he's from the British Isles, and he's got a few other words, but it's very English for the most part, sounding. You know what I'm saying?
The Irish is tough.
It's unique. It's very unique.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm just curious if we should like try to insert some Irish words. I'm terrible at accents, by the way. But I'm just curious if we should try to insert some Irish words just to help them out.
For our friends in Dublin?
Yeah.
For both of them?
Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Well, I got something for you.
Okay.
Like literally, I have something for you.
Oh, like it.
Yeah, let me get it.
What?
Let me get it. I don't know if it was last episode or
It was.
a couple.
It was last.
So, my wife gave me this Ryno. And if you're watching on YouTube, here it is. And it's going to stay here in Studio 709.
Before you get that, let me ask you a question. Are you at the point in your marriage where it shocks you when your wife does something sweet and unexpected for you?
To use the word shock, this is a dangerous question. It feels very loaded. Did she ask you that?
No.
This.
I am.
I'm not shocked that she did something nice. I'm shocked there was time where she wasn't taking care of someone else in our family. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So my wife gave me that Ryno, and this is for you.
This is for me?
That's for you. You can open it up. And if you're listening, I can describe what it is.
And just so you know, Ryan and I, we met in college. We had some mutual friends before that, which said that we should meet. His dad with some friends of my dad went to college together, and they said, you got to meet this guy. He's coming to Tallahassee. And so we met, and Ryan and his wife met in college as well. And so we were all.
You've known her.
I've known her as well. Almost, not quite as long, but very close.
20 years at least.
Yeah, that's a while. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on.
All right. So there's a story. So Matt, if you're listening, Matt is opening a thing, and it is a Willy Mammoth toy. Is there anything else in there?
Yeah. There's things. Hold on. Oh man, look at this. Okay. I'm going to hold it all up when I get it out. Okay. That's very nice.
Okay.
She picked this up at the store in Cashers.
Probably. She got you two of them.
She got me two of them.
Yeah. She felt like you needed a herd. She knows you're you're not getting herd at home.
And one letter can make a difference.
It can.
Yeah. And look, it's a little baby.
Okay. So my oldest son built that for you. He found it at a toy store, and it's like, hey, Mom, can I get this for Uncle Matt? I'm dead serious.
Really?
Are you pre-crying?
That is so nice of him.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. He built it when we were in the mountains. I'm serious.
That's very sweet.
So you can go. I can be part of your herd.
That's very sweet.
All right. And then there's one more thing.
You have good kids.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank you. They're super sweet, and I love them.
This is one more thing that
Oh, look, hold on.
Oh, and a sticker.
For my car, for the truck.
The two little boys saw that, and they wanted to get that for you after the oldest one did the other thing. I'm serious.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to thank you for them.
Oh, man. You are pretty
No, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. Well, it's just as like
it's nice to get a gift.
As a dad, and moms give a lot too. We already give the shout out to caretakers, but as a dad, and it might be societal expectations. You're not praised often. It might be not macho to be praised or to be shown that. But when it does happen, it is really nice. I mean, at the end of the day, we're human beings with
feelings.
Yeah. And it's really nice.
Hold those up for the camera
I will.
While I show you what.
It kind of moves around. I guess that's maybe so it can stand up.
Yeah, it does your patented worm.
Oh, my current wife did the worm at the wedding. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
At your first wedding.
Touche. Yeah, well done.
I'm getting it.
No.
I'm getting it.
There you go. Okay. Those are right there. And then.
Yep. And there's the little guy.
There's a little guy. And this is going on the truck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's that?
Okay. So this is also from my current wife.
What?
And we'll figure out a place to put this. And if you can't see, my wife has given me one thing, and Matt has 5. So it's not a scorekeeping thing. I'm just pointing it out. You can read that out loud if you like.
She says, Matt, out in the hall, July 10th. No, whatever. July, whatever. So she got it a while ago.
Well, that was the day of the first show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Congratulations on making it happen. Love. Why?
Yeah.
Not going to say exactly what she says there, but.
Right. Love your.
For my eyes only.
Yeah. So that, again, if you're listening, is a pencil drawing of a Willy Mammoth.
That is very cool.
Maybe we'll prop that up right there.
That is 100% going right there.
You watch these other podcasts with, all these famous comedians and whatnot, and they've got all their accolades on the wall. Oh, we're getting there.
Look at that.
We're getting there.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to.
That is so nice of her.
Kind of a lopsided zoo here. What we had at this point. Let's just say this section's under construction. Closed for cleaning.
Do you want my McDonald's McCafe cup?
No.
Best fast food coffee.
Once again, another plug for McDonald's. Have it your way.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Burger King.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah. Well, Matt, it's time once again for everyone's favorite section.
Yeah.
And I mean everyone's favorite section.
Yeah.
Passing notes.
I just want to clear this up. I still don't have the password.
You know, it's funny. That comes up today.
And I don't have the password. And I'm actually not sure that I want it now.
Okay.
I just like being surprised.
Yep.
I like not having another thing to check.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, and kind of for the same reason you don't want access to the metrics. Just another thing to look at. I'd clearly be ignoring something else.
Right.
If I looked at that.
Right. Okay. This is from Dave in St. Augustine. And Dave, who is a dear friend of mine, and you know him, he played in my band in college. Not that Dave.
Oh.
Dave, not that Dave. The bassist Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
not the curly.
No,
I
you're
was thinking Dan.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Dave. Yes, Dave.
Dan and I sang high school chorus together.
Interesting. He didn't write in.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
He's a stoic guy.
Very stoic. This is too stupid for him. The subject line is "I was born to love you," which is a reference to Caddyshack. I was born. Remember Chevy Chase? To love you. I was born to lick your face. Yeah.
Here's a check for $75,000 uncashed.
Keep it.
There's a lot of them.
He goes, keep it. He says, gentlemen, and I use that term lightly, thank you for making a fresh podcast, as it's quite refreshing. I haven't laughed that hard in a while.
Oh.
The banter back and forth is both quick and sharp. It's nice to have a podcast the people can relate to, especially the bit about getting ready for vacation, which I guess we did a couple weeks ago.
We did, yeah.
I just went through this and it was comical. Does your family overpack, and how strategic are you when packing the vehicle? Look forward to more shows. Keep up the great work. Cheers, Dave from St. Augustine. Who packs the car in your family?
The current wife.
Mine too.
Yeah. Because if I pack it, then it'll eventually just get unpacked and then repacked by her.
Sure.
Because she has a vision in her head of the way that she wants it to be.
Yep.
Even if it's not the best way,
yep,
it's still best just to let them do it.
No further comment.
But if they need a lift, like if I need to come outside and
can you lift this cooler
and put it here?
Sure.
Yes.
But
yes.
You don't just willy-nilly put it in.
No, that's marriage year one.
Yeah. When you think.
Before you even have kids.
Quick story.
Yeah.
Early in being married, we're going on a 4-day weekend.
Right.
I almost for a second thought we were going with y'all, but we weren't. It was some real close friends of ours. But we, so my wife at the time, who's my current wife, she has all these hanging clothes up and that they're by the door.
Right.
Well, I know not to touch anything.
Yeah. So
we get to where we're going, which is 6 hours away.
She's left the hanging clothes.
She didn't leave them.
Oh, it was your fault.
Well, yeah. I'm talking, I know, newly married, no money. I'm talking an $800 to $1,000 J. Crew shopping spree to get clothes for the weekend. And we did not have $800 or $1,000. And do you know what J. Crew did? She told them the story and they go, "Oh, we have a lost luggage discount, 25% off."
What?
Yes.
Man, what?
It's my favorite.
Oh, no. Okay.
Who is it? You can say who it is.
It's Mambo. It's Grant. All right, you ready? Hey, Grant.
You working one, Pepper?
Oh, man.
Okay. What a surprise.
What are you doing?
I'm up in Savannah.
Oh, yeah? Are you solving a mystery?
Yeah, what are you doing up in Savannah?
There's been a murder in Savannah.
You playing Clue up there for work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
you boys doing?
We're recording.
We are.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah.
We have a rule: if the phone rings while we're recording, you have to answer it like you would in class, you know? And because we know you and love you, we said your name. So
right. Everybody knows.
And Parsons will now be sending me a schedule of said podcast. So
right. So you can interrupt every time.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I think it's best just to randomly call every 2 hours for the next several months.
Right.
And just see what happens.
Get lucky.
Yeah.
And look, to be fair, I could just call from my burner. It'll be fine.
Right. Well, we're not tracing the call. Hey, Grant, I do want to tell you, because you called, thank you very much for the email you wrote last week.
A great email.
And I hope we answered your question for you.
Yeah. You had a very insightful question, and I learned some stuff about you.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was into that.
All right. We got a podcast to do. Can we call you later?
Yeah.
All right. See you, buddy.
See you, bye.
Oh, Grant, our buddy. We do love him.
Can be one of the funniest human beings that I know.
Hysterical.
Can also be one of the most unreasonable human beings that I know.
Hysterical also. So but still funny.
I mean, just can be wild.
The best.
Yes.
All right. This is a great one. This is from Justin in Orlando. Guys, love the show. So funny. Question. If you were in town visiting a friend and you had to tag along to a work function and you were tasked with coming up with an alter ego or career to entertain yourself and your friend, what would your name be, career, and hobbies? You understand the question?
Jeez.
It's a great question.
I've always wanted to.
All right, so you're coming with me to an insurance meeting.
Right. I want to be a doctor. It's always something that was massively unattainable for me.
This is Dr.
Hand.
Dr. This is Dr. Hand, the foot specialist.
No. I'm a gastro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you could actually BS your way through a
That's right.
GI conversation.
And I would just talk about butts the entire time.
And try to get me to lose my job.
Yeah, you know what my hobby would be too? Butts. All right, what about you? Hey everybody. We're at a real estate conference. This is my friend. This is my straight friend.
Melvin.
Yeah. Okay, no doctor or anything like that?
No.
What does Melvin do?
I have a fencing business.
Okay.
Yeah. I teach kids from 4 to 22 how to fence.
With a sword?
So my goal would be to throw you off your game so that you look like an idiot in front of your client.
I'll be like, yeah, well, let's talk. Do you like a shadow box? Do you like more of a straight slat? And then you'd be like,
No. I teach children fencing. I'm in the fencing business. That is such a great question.
Okay.
All right. Here's Patrick.
But what I don't like about these questions is that you've already read them and you've had a chance to think about them. I'm getting put on the spot.
Okay. I'll tell you this on the life of my children. I knew that question was coming. And when you started with Dr. Hand, that's when I came up with Melvin the Fencer.
I believe you.
I promise you.
No, I believe you. You don't have to promise me.
I do.
I believe you.
This is Patrick from Orlando. He says, Ryan, I recently ran into some of our high school friends and asked if they had listened to your podcast yet. They both collectively groaned and rolled their eyes and said no. I told them they both are idiots and they're the reason that their boys are wimps. Well, that's a good email.
Yeah.
I did talk to this guy. Actually, he called me after he sent the email.
Okay.
And he told me who the guys were he ran into.
Yeah.
And I am not surprised.
Or you don't feel at a loss.
Also, do not care.
Do not care.
No. Okay. This is Damien from Safety Harbor. Is that by Tampa?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm a weird name. Guys, love the pod. Would you walk us through your process? Do you pre-plan? Do you wing it? Oh, and will Matt ever get the password to the email? Appreciate the stories. Well, we already discussed the email thing, and I'll get it to him as soon as this episode's over.
Yeah. I would say there is...
You could go through your process.
Okay. From my side, there is more planning than I normally do for most things, but that's still extremely limited.
Right.
Yeah. So I would say I have a bunch of notes that I pull up, decide what I'm going to use, like if I'm thinking of something.
Yeah, you're just a content collector.
Yeah, and consequently, I know that you think of things in the shower.
I do.
A lot. You know why? Warm water increases dopamine sensors and dopamine levels in your brain, and you're more creative in the shower.
Dude.
Yeah.
That is insane. And
you also don't have the other distractions.
There's nothing big in there to distract me at all.
Oh,
nothing.
This is an 8th grade. We're not hitting the shower for that anymore.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
If I am doing stand-up, my pre-show process, which I don't know what else to call it, it's what it is, is I get in the shower on the ground under the water as hot as I can stand it and say out loud my entire act. It's just a process. I've done it 15, 20 times now because I'm very comfortable.
You've done it 15 or 20 times for the 3 times that you've done stand-up?
Correct. I try to do it 5 times a day, even if I'm doing like a MC thing.
Right.
Whatever I'm going to say that I need to memorize, I say it out loud in the shower. So that's interesting about the shower thing. My process is probably like Matt's in that I am constantly collecting what I think is something interesting. I put it into a file on my iPad, labeled podcast appropriately. And then in pre-show planning, which takes, I don't know, an hour and a half for me, probably. I don't think you spend that time. I'm also building an outline and going through
that's right.
Droves of emails. Droves of passing notes. Okay. Sometimes I wonder if the server's going to break. And then I'll pull from that. And then what I will tell you, Damien, great question. Well, what we wing is Matt has no idea what I'm going to say, and I have no idea what he's going to say. I don't know what he's been up to lately. I don't know what his pop quiz is, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 quick ones.
Okay.
Oh, this is fun. Vlad from Moscow.
No, you don't think it's...
You went pretty hard.
I don't like Russians. I
You
should I
went
have
pretty
not
hard.
said that.
I'm going to read this exactly what it says.
Okay.
And I'm not going to try to, because I feel like I'm going to try to do the accent.
Do the accent.
Do or don't.
I feel like you're going to get murdered
All
if
right.
you do the accent.
I'm just going to read it. I am new to you.
It's hard.
Okay. In fairness to him,
Yeah.
it says, I am new to USA. It would sound better if it was like, I am new to USA. I am new to USA. Friend of mine share radio show. Not funny to me as Russian. I did it.
Okay.
As Russian.
It's Russian.
Russian are nice people, but cold because of snow. Will change channel. Vlad.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
All right. Last one.
Yeah.
Wyatt from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh.
Hi, boys. Loving the pod, but really digging the hats. What's with the different ones every episode it sees? Ryno always has one. Matt, not so much. Keep it up. I'm a hat guy as well. You guys are funny. Wyatt. I'm bald.
I'm balding.
I mean, that's the reality is I am bald, and to force someone to sit through 30 to 45 minutes of shine and gleam is not for me.
I just saw that British Airways is, this was fairly recent, I guess, allowing their male pilots to wear makeup now and carry like a handbag,
No, I don't know.
No, the British Airways just said that, just to be more inclusive or whatever. But I was thinking to myself,
Oh my God.
TV people have been wearing makeup forever. Men.
I have makeup on right now.
Right. And there was like an outrage over it. And I'm like, if they like saw like a macho man's news anchor, like
Those guys are usually in great shape.
right. But they're putting on a ton of makeup.
You don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger put makeup on for the Terminator?
Right. So I just want to calm the outrage over makeup.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate
And
you
the only
calming
reason
down.
that came up for me was so you're
Pre-crying again from Vlad's email.
So you're because your head would be shiny.
Right.
So we had to put something on it to make it more matted.
When I was on stage those 2 or 3 times, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
always powder the head. Got to powder the dome.
Okay. So
it's distracting. I don't want people like, look at this guy.
right. And maybe it'd be distracting to a co-pilot if
I don't think
a little glean off the it catches
I don't
catches
think
some
that's
sun.
why they're doing it.
Maybe they're up above the stratus clouds. And
we did a cloud episode.
yeah, we did. And they're getting a reflection. So maybe there's a practical purpose as opposed to just
Vanity.
pronouns.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am and what I've been up to lately.
No.
I was flying recently, and I don't want to say where,
Okay.
but it was a several-hour flight.
Got it.
I was flying somewhere, and I was sitting waiting to board, and I saw a guy in the waiting area,
Right.
and if I'm honest, I just really don't like this guy.
Oh, you know him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you already know him. You just didn't look at him and assume to yourself, I don't like this
No,
guy.
it's someone I know, and I just don't really care for it.
Got it.
Just kind of an egomaniac. I just,
Got it.
not a fan.
Okay.
I knew, because I know what this guy does, I knew he was going to fly first class. Knew it.
Right.
There is no way I was going to walk past him and go to coach. So I walked to the counter and upgraded my ticket. There's no way I was going to walk past him and go to coach. No way I was going to let him see me do that. So I went to the counter and upgraded first class.
You know what I bet would have probably worked too is if you would have just gone to the counter and just told the woman or a man, whoever it is, the story that
You think they would have been like, all right, we'll help you,
you
out.
can board with the infants. They would have let you.
But I still would have had to walk past. Now here's the best, here's the best part of the story.
You put before the first class boards. So you could be like military.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd have been cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
Well, so we board together. It's one of those planes that first class is on the left and coach is on the right. He never even would have seen me because he didn't see me in the lobby. You see what I'm saying?
First class is on the.
You walk in and go left, like towards the front of the plane.
Got it. Yes.
You don't have to walk through the first class galley.
So now, well, at least you're in first class though.
I am, and it was
and
a
that's a
longer
nice
flight.
and that's a nice plane. If,
It was a
if
very
you're,
nice
if
plane.
you're doing that.
Yeah.
Was there a center aisle in it?
No.
It wasn't center seats.
No,
Okay.
I wasn't flying to Europe. Just 3 hours.
I've done that to Utah out of Orlando. Got that center seat.
Okay, I was not going to Utah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about a 5-hour flight. I know that.
I was not going to Utah. So anyway, I thought that. Well, that's what I've been up to lately.
So we've moved.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. We're
This
still
is-
doing the moving thing.
This is what I. Yeah,
Getting a lot out of this. A lot of meat out of this bone.
It's because it's ongoing. I'm also
Months.
I'm basically also in traction from trying to move boxes around right now. My
Your
back
is a wreck.
completely jacked up. But we're getting new beds for the kids and having to wait to get stuff in, new carpet, paint, all this stuff that we're getting in. So my children's rooms, God, they live a great life, have been upgraded in size. They have quite larger rooms than we used to have.
Is there a sitting area in either of their rooms?
There is plenty of room for it.
Okay.
Okay.
The desk and a
right.
lounge area.
And my youngest, who's the more, I would say, is the most social, is the more bold social one, wants bunk beds in his room.
Sure.
But
There's buddies
on the other side, right? Because he wants to have sleepovers. He likes, hanging out with friends. He wants to have people over or whatever. Wants to build forts in them. Cute kid. And but I'm like, maybe we don't get a bunk bed. Maybe we get trundle beds, right?
Oh, like two twins with each have a trundle.
No, or maybe just one trundle with one twin with a trundle.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Explaining the trundle bed he's 8, to him was like, it took 30 minutes.
What did he not get?
I would explain what it is. And then he's like, oh, like a 3-story bunk bed? And I'm like, no.
He couldn't get away from the bunk
He could not get the bunk bed thing out of his head.
There's nothing on top.
There's nothing. He's like, it's not even a mattress on top. You're like, no, there's a bed.
There's a bed.
And there's a bed that slides underneath it. And he's like, oh, like an air mattress. And you're like, and then he goes off on the air mattress tangent. Like, I don't think that'd be very comfortable for my friends. Right. Like, no, it's not an air mattress. So I'm like, so it slides out and it pops up even with the first bed. He's like, so they're sleeping on the floor? I was like, oh God.
At some point you're like, yes, that's what we're going to do.
But you don't want to give them wrong information because they're in a very important.
Oh, I think you gave them plenty of right information.
They're at a very important imprinting age. So like the way you teach them what a trundle bed is now, like might just stick with them and they could just be an idiot for the rest of their life.
There's old trundle.
There's old trundle bed Jake. Just can't get it.
They won't sleep on a trundle, you idiot.
Poor kid.
Right here on the floor.
Poor kid. Got community college written all over him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I want to thank FreeFly. Got a shipment today, didn't we?
Oh, gosh.
Buddy, good stuff.
I haven't gone through it yet. I'm excited.
You got some good stuff.
I'm excited.
Yep. This is a freshie. This is their new lightweight with the string.
Like
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's nice. Big thanks to FreeFly.
I like the heavier one that they have. I know it's a little warmer, but I have pointy nipples just naturally.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's hot, cold,
Wasn't
whatever.
something you did cosmetically. It just naturally.
That's just natural. I just have, my brother has it too. Just sorry, bro. And it's just pointy. So the lighter weight, the material, the more pronounced my nipples are.
I understand.
Also too, I wish I had like sensitive nipples, like most people are like, oh, that feels good. Like, with your current wife or whatever, just another point to like have some fun with. And
another point.
I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't. That's
sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
Do I want to move on? Yes, I do. You know what? For show and share?
Yeah.
Probably the most consistent feedback I've got is what is show and share? Isn't it called show and tell?
Oh no, we're men of the times.
So I don't think it's show and share. I think that was a short-lived thing. People are like, dude, my kid's in 2nd grade. It's show and tell.
Okay. I mean, I get it both ways. We could just say we could call it show and tell.
Let's just kind of call it interchangeably.
Yeah. Show and share, show and tell. Sharing, I think what show and share promotes is the class asking questions.
Yes.
About it. You're sharing with each other. You're asking questions. Hey, tell me about that Teddy Ruxpin that you got.
Teddy Ruxpin?
You never brought into Teddy Ruxpin for show and tell?
That is a pull.
Right.
I mean.
Right.
If you said, name a bear from the past.
Yeah.
I got Winnie the Pooh.
Paddington.
I got Paddington.
Yeah.
I kind of Care Bear.
Care Bear.
Smokey.
Smokey for sure. And then Teddy Ruxpin.
I mean.
Yeah.
If you didn't walk down the hall or the aisle at a Costco in like 86 with your mom.
There wasn't a Costco in 86.
In 92 with it.
It wasn't one in 92.
Oh,
no.
Right. What year you think Costco came out?
I think Costco came out in the late 90s to early 2000s.
Okay.
Is that a Google or no?
What? It's a Google.
Also, too, Costco to Florida. Because it's not like you were, if it started in California and it took a while to come out here, like I don't want that junk because I know you weren't out in California walking down the Costco aisle.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Teddy Ruxpin.
Okay. In 1984, the company opened 4 Florida stores, one of them being located in Orlando. So if you haven't walked down an aisle at Costco in 1986.
We only had Sam's in Jacksonville.
Well, listen, we all come from somewhere, all right? We all.
The first Costco that came to Jacksonville was like at the town center in like in the late 2000s.
I mean,
like late 2010.
I don't know what to say here.
Okay.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Okay.
For some of you.
I believe you.
If you didn't see a Teddy Ruxpin at Costco, because I have that image in my brain.
Yeah.
Not as early as 84, but maybe 86. Teddy Ruxpin was the thing. No, do you have a show and tell? Show and share?
Yes.
Would you like to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll do it.
Okay, great.
So I've noticed recently.
So sorry for the argumentative tone here that this is taken. That's 2 for sures in the last several episodes.
I didn't say for sure.
You didn't say for sure?
I didn't.
You implied. That's 2 implied for sures. Everyone knows the Vanderbilts opened Costco in 1984.
I do have a show and share.
All right.
So as we age here, we wake up to go to the restroom in the middle of the night. It happens to me. I probably once a night.
Yeah.
I also drink a lot of water. So that makes sense. Okay. Just trying to be healthy. What I've noticed more and more as I age is the frequency in which I'm sitting down to do so.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Number 1, but having a seat.
Yes. Okay.
I don't do that.
Okay. So I was curious. I'm like, am I becoming, is this feminine? Right. You know, like, and then too, you got the, as your prostate grows, you get dribbles a little bit more.
Yeah,
and you just don't want to be messy. You know what I'm saying? So it's
for every year you are over the age of 40, there's an extra ounce that you're going to be surprised about.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what I don't want is that last little bump to just surprise me and go somewhere that I don't want it to go.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then you kind of, I'll get that in the morning. You forget about it.
Yeah.
Then your spouse is upset the next day because the bathroom smells like urine.
Right.
So it prompted me to Google what percentage of men say that they sit down when they pee. Yeah. And
3 episodes in a row, by the way, talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
41% of American men sit down
I
to pee.
don't buy that. That is insane.
41%. No, 41% of married men.
That is because they don't want to get screamed at. Because then.
That's my point.
Right. Because their wife will come and be like, you're in.
It's all over the seat.
You're
Not even
in
the
a
seat.
lot of trouble.
Even if you pull up the seat and then you put it back down to cover up whatever sort of, mess that you made.
Yeah.
Eventually.
You got a wreck on the sides.
That's right. Right. And it dries and looks bad.
That's, you know what that is? That's just a concession. That's a guy who is just
right.
You know what?
Letting her packing the car.
Yep. Yep. That's good.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That was my show and share for
that.
That
was good. I very much enjoyed that.
What about yours?
So
wait, you don't sit down in the middle of the night?
No.
At all?
No.
Ever?
No.
You never sit down to pee?
I do the knees. I put one knee on each side and just that way kind of come in for landing that way.
The toilet? You hug the toilet with your knees?
Well, just to get to size it up. Because I don't turn the light on because I'm awake. It's not. I should just sit down.
Just sit down.
I think you converted me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's much more comfortable too.
I'm afraid I'd fall back asleep because I'm so asleep.
Talk about a hemorrhoid problem.
Well, that would create one if you woke up 4 hours later.
That would.
Sitting there.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I was listening to another podcast and they mentioned Magic Johnson. Okay. Now, this isn't going where you think it's going. And I thought to myself, that is such an unbelievable nickname. Magic?
Yeah.
How good do you have to be at something like, dude, this guy's just magic at it.
Right.
So I wanted to give you,
okay,
and I have a nickname, Ryno.
Right.
You have a nickname.
Yeah.
The Willy Mammoth.
The Willy Mammoth. It's varied over the years, but yes.
But I've been Ryno since I was a little boy.
Right.
So was Ryne Sandberg, the all-star second baseman for the Cubs. Ryno.
Golden glove, golden bat.
Unbelievable player.
Yep.
And so I am going to share with you what the internet believes to be some of the greatest nicknames of all times.
Okay.
We can talk about them or we can pass them over, but these are gold.
Okay.
And then I did throw in a few of my favorites.
Right.
Tree Rollins.
Okay.
Tree Rollins was a player coach for the Magic.
Right.
But he was like,
I remember.
7'9".
That's an appropriate nickname.
Tree.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Air Jordan.
Sure.
Obviously. White Chocolate. Jason Williams.
Yeah. Quick story the other day. How you indoctrinate children to your college team?
Sure.
Okay. So my sister-in-law and her family, the current wife's from Gainesville. And so they're all Gator fans, right, over there. And their youngest child, who's the same age as my kids, we were having a discussion about basketball cards the other day. And he asked me who the greatest passer of all time is. Okay. This is a kid, he's 11 or 12. Greatest passer of all time. I said, Magic Johnson. Okay. I went off Allen Iverson.
Steve Kerr.
Great pass. All these great passers. I went
John Paxson.
And I said John Paxson. And he goes, no, White Chocolate. I go, what?
Yeah,
he goes,
we don't watch basketball.
Jason Williams. And I go, are you just saying that because he's a Gator and he played at Florida? And so this kid honestly believed that Jason Williams.
Jason Williams is unbelievable passer. But he's not Magic Johnson because if he was, his name would be Magic Williams.
Sure. I got it. He's a good passer. Right?
Great passer.
But it was the most random pull from a kid ever. And it was White Chocolate.
John Stockton.
I said John Stockton too.
I hate to say it, but who's that punk played for the Knicks? John Starks. Actually, Scott Skiles might be one of the greatest passers. He held the assist record forever. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Muggsy Bogues?
Well, he had to pass. We had a dog named Muggsy when I was growing up. It was a dachshund, a miniature dachshund, and we thought the little legs were funny, so we named it Muggsy.
Maybe they were from Honduras.
The Dachshunds?
Muggsy.
Muggsy, maybe.
Maybe.
All right, keep going down my list. Penny
Okay.
Hardaway.
Yep.
And that came from his grandmother called him Pretty,
Okay.
but she said Penny. And that sounded like pretty, I
Yeah.
guess. Penny Hardaway.
Some Savannah, maybe.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Refrigerator Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Good name.
Good old number 72 for
Good,
the Chicago
good,
Bears. Yeah.
good nickname.
Yeah.
Prime Time.
Okay.
Neon Dion.
Yep.
I mean, that is a name.
And now it's just shortened. Now he just goes by Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, it's Prime Time, but like if they call him
Coach Prime.
Coach Prime.
Coach Prime.
Yeah.
When your name is so good that like that's your name,
Right.
particularly when your name is so good, it's like that's your first name, like Magic Johnson.
Right.
You know, like that is like his Coach Prime. That's
Right.
really good. The big unit, Randy Johnson.
Oh, God.
Big fella.
Big fella.
I love
Have you
it.
seen that video of him killing that dove that's flying through?
Yes. Yes, I have. It's unbelievable.
Just bad timing.
For the bird, terrible timing.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine if that was like a ESPN like top 10, like a sports center top 10? But that was like there wasn't social media, and that would have been the biggest. That would have broke
It's
the
still
internet.
viral.
It's still viral.
Yes.
I don't know how you get a better name than this.
Okay.
The Great One.
The great one is that Babe Ruth?
That's the Sultan of SWAT or the Great Bambino.
Okay.
The Great One is Wayne Gretzky.
Oh,
The Great One
yeah. Was he really?
by a mile,
Okay.
by 100 miles.
I like watching hockey. I do like it. Look, we got the Bolts in Tampa.
Yeah.
And like just had an unbelievable run. And
Never been to a game.
I've been to several games. I really like it. It's just, there's a lot of Russians.
I get it. Guy's nervous.
It scares me. I
Sorry,
can't. I watch it. I'm like, can I cheer against this guy? It's like, is there somebody behind me that's going to like take out my family?
Right.
Yeah.
Cheer for wrong guy.
Cheer for you. Cheer for wrong guy.
Dr. J, Julius
Yep.
Irving.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
anytime you put a doctor, that's
sick.
That's good. And then probably my personal favorite nickname is Weird Al Yankovic. Now, that's not a sports guy. That's an entertainer.
Right.
But he knows by Weird Al.
My children have been asking to listen to Weird Al in
It's
the car.
so funny because it's all like poo-poo and pee-pee humor.
Yes.
Like with like your bud is fat
Yeah.
and you got a big fat
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that,
So my oldest has discovered Michael Jackson, right? And I'm letting him enjoy it without understanding what
Yeah.
the what.
Yeah,
what-
yeah,
what
sure.
all
We did
went
the
down.
same thing with
Sure. And now we're in the big like when he did the Michael Jackson
that's
spinoff.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a kid. I don't even care if we call him out. There was a kid in college, and he was from Hawaii. Remember this kid, Hawaiian Kyle? And everyone just called him Hawaiian Kyle. Remember that?
No,
You don't remember Hawaiian
I
Kyle?
don't remember much from college.
Well, but that's just his name. Hey, Kyle's coming. Hawaiian Kyle? Yeah, no.
Oh, the tall guy.
Yeah, dark skin. Looked like he's from Hawaii.
Pie cap.
ATO.
What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, I thought that was a great nickname.
Oh,
And then, of course, there's old two-ball Hamas.
he doesn't listen, so it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
We got a buddy who is not afraid to put down a second golf ball after a bad shot. Old two-ball Hamas.
Just I went to Scotland with him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It was fun.
He brings a ton of balls.
He's quite a snorer.
We all are.
No.
All right, let's not beat him up too bad.
Okay. All right. What's your pop quiz?
Before we do that, can I thank our friend John at Highland Diamond?
Please.
So Highland Diamond has come on as a sponsor of the show. We're grateful to be working with them. Quick read here. They have a ton of inventory, but are also amazing at custom things as well. They have done rings and jewelry for many people I know, as well as countless celebrities, and were even mentioned in People magazine. Our listeners, this is big, can go to highlanddiamond.com. Use the code Out in the Hall to receive 10% off their order.
It's no spaces.
Out in the Hall, that's right, no spaces. If you don't see something you like, pick up the phone and call John, a great friend of ours who owns Highland Diamond, and he will walk you through the process of getting exactly what you want. 10% off some of this stuff is a lot of money.
Well, especially for how much you make and spend. You know, I know that you
Oh, yeah.
you make a lot and
spend a
you
lot.
spend a lot.
I would love to make 10% more and spend 10%
You
less.
are the reason that core inflation is still high.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know what that means. I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm here for it. And check out Highland Diamond. My pop quiz.
Yes.
I'm taking something out of your book here, and it's a great play. It goes back to Damien from Safety Harbor's question, our preparation.
Okay.
When we first started, I would do a pop quiz and just be like, how many frogs are there on a log or whatever, right? Like it was just, I don't know. How many different types of frogs are there? Just stupid. But Matt was giving a little like some context and then asked the question. So
Right.
I've borrowed your formula
Okay.
because it's great.
Thank you.
This is not the pop quiz, but do you know what happened in pop culture 19 years ago this month? It'd be 2004. It'd be hard for you to know. So I can just tell you, it's not the pop quiz.
Backstreet Boys broke up.
Don't know. That could be it. The answer I was looking for, the famous tour bus incident with the Dave Matthews Band took place.
What was that tour bus incident?
They were in Chicago,
Right.
and they went over a bridge, and it was a bridge that had grates on the bottom,
Right.
like so water.
Yep,
could-
yep.
You know, it was
Sometimes you can feel like you're sliding
yeah
on those things.
yeah. They decided to use that to dump 800 pounds of human waste out of their holding area on their tour buses.
Wait, did they just stop on
They
the bridge?
Yes,
And-
dumped it
into the river?
into the Chicago River, but they didn't dump it into the Chicago River. They dumped it on a Chicago River tour boat underneath, and people were covered in 800 pounds of human waste. That happened 19 years ago this month. And for today's, could you imagine?
Oh,
Get it off me. Get it off me. I mean, I'm so sensitive to that stuff. It would have been,
okay. Oh, God.
let's actually just go to the pop quiz.
Okay.
Because I just can't talk about it. I know you're a Dave Matthews fan.
I like Dave.
Yeah. I mean, big part of high school and college
Sure.
for me and for
Definitely,
you.
definitely.
Can you name the remaining original band members?
The drummer is the original.
Yep. You know his name?
I did. I don't know if I remember it.
Carter Beaufort.
Okay.
Yep. Carter Beaufort on the drum.
I hope he has a sponsorship with like FootJoy or something like that.
Those gloves that he wears,
Yeah.
they have his signature on them.
Okay.
They're like custom made for him.
He could probably get into the golf glove game and do pretty well for himself.
Or he could be arguably the top 3 greatest drummer of all time. I'm sure he's got all kinds of cymbal and drum deals.
He is pretty legit. Okay.
He's unbelievable.
And then the other guy passed in the
that was Leroy Moore, so
Yeah.
that answer wouldn't have counted.
on the ATV accident.
Yep, 2008.
And then the original sax guy is no longer there.
That's who that was.
Oh, it was?
Leroy Moore was the saxophone player. Yep.
Okay. A tall guy to be riding an ATV. Those things are dangerous.
Nope, you're thinking of the violinist who's not there anymore.
Dang, I am.
Boyd Tinsley is no longer there.
Yeah.
He got caught up in the Me Too movement.
Oh, he got in trouble.
Yes, very bizarre.
He was a really ugly guy.
Well, his scandal, it was actually very funny. He was mentoring some younger male artist, and he would be like, I've read these text messages, and hold on, I'm not going to be graphic.
Okay.
But he'd be like, the mentee would be like, hey, Boyd, I sent over my track I just recorded. Take a listen. And he's like, yeah, I will in a minute. Hey, do me a favor and take a picture of your feet and send it to me. And then the guy's like, what? Ha, ha, ha. And he's like, I'm just kidding. I'll listen to it later. But do send those feet pics. Like, so he got like that. It was weird.
With dudes.
Yeah.
So it was a Me Too movement with dudes.
Yeah. So they threw him out. He's done. But I still need
Okay.
the remaining.
I don't know.
It is Stefan Lessard, the bass player.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no joke there. That's just
That's it.
That's it. There's only 3 guys remaining.
That makes sense. I mean, that's a long time for a band to stick together nowadays, especially with the
1991.
especially with not like just a name band like, oh, we're the greats.
Yeah.
You know, it's like his name is the band.
Right.
So you would think the guys would move in and out because,
Right.
it's just headlining him.
Yeah.
But,
But their shows are so good. I mean,
I recently saw them
I'd go again.
probably 2 years ago.
Actually, the current wife and I were talking about taking her because I haven't taken this wife yet. So I want to.
Do you remember that Jimmy Buffett show that we went to in college?
You kidding?
Valentine's Day?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a great
That's
show.
a good time.
Just me and you.
Yep. And 5,000 paired heads.
And the upper deck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
College.
It got a little crazy.
All right. What's your pop quiz? there, pal?
All right. Black lights.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You watch a lot of crime dramas, right?
We watch Dateline. A lot of Dateline.
Okay, a lot of Dateline or Forensic Files. You watch Forensic Files?
A lot of Dateline.
Okay. But occasionally they do have some like reenactments of like CSI kind of stuff in
Sure.
Dateline, right?
Yeah.
What generally are black lights used to discover?
Okay. I think I know where you're going with this. I'm going to blanket this
Okay.
and say bodily fluids.
Okay.
Did I kill your bit?
There's other things besides those things. You have a very dirty mind. My mind went to the answer first, not where you went.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, experience taught me if I can just come in and just dagger your joke, then we don't have to cut it later. Can I give another answer?
Yeah.
Cleaning products.
Okay, yeah. Generally, people will like. This isn't the answer.
Oh,
but that's not the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, like somebody tries to like, and I generally think that they will. What they can do with those cleaning products, if somebody or blood, even if it's been there a long time, they spray something on it that's a reacting agent, and even if it's been there like years,
They can see that there was a reaction.
Can see it.
Okay,
That's
all
right.
Yeah.
Cat urine is the thing that like most lights up on black lights.
Okay. I think I misunderstood your question.
Right. No, you didn't. I just let your mind go where it was going to go.
Okay.
And that
So
was where it went.
A cat urine is the thing that illuminates the most.
Yes.
Not necessarily what a crime scene unit is looking for.
I just led you to the water and you drank it.
That was what you call an old-fashioned hand him the rope
Yeah.
and let him hang himself.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of phosphorus in cat urine.
Making it phosphorescent.
That's right. It lights up. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's our email address?
Out in the Hall pod.
Send us an email. You guys have been awesome with that. It's been so fun. It's been great to get the text messages and the emails, and it's been awesome. Love you.
Love you.